and snap.
Oh, he's open. There he is.
Has one across the middle.
Yep.
Pass is caught.
And there's a big swing by Huey. Blaine, stop that ball from coming over
I
here.
didn't see
What's
it
wrong
coming
with you?
back behind.
Dylan Kennedy checks in for the Jackets. What a putback alley-oop from Green to Schultz.
Working it inside like Coach Brookshire says. But Bernie with the rebound.
Steal.
And steal it is it in!
Who's running the last leg? That could be gold. And a goal. Yeah, it's over.
In the third. Brings another one. There's another ground ball to shortstop, fielded by Herber, who fires it over to first base for out number 3.
Oh, she got a hold of that one.
Maybe gone by.
It's gone.
There you go. Wow. What a hit.
It didn't take her long.
No.
It did.
Juan Galarza.
Welcome to another Billies.Live production. Find us on your favorite social sites and apps. Like, subscribe, and get notified when we go live.
All right, it is that time, Billy Nation. You betcha. It's time for Wilder at West End Pizza Company, 207 East San Antonio Street in Fredericksburg. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to talk some Battlin' Billy football coming up.
Hey, Billy fans, check out this lineup. Pizza, appetizers, pasta, salad, sandwiches, and full pie.
Vogel Tractors, high-quality tractors, construction machines, and utility vehicles, new and used equipment and attachments from Rhino, Armstrong Ag, Industrious America, and more. Vogel Tractors specializes in 20 to 150 horsepower tractors, as well as skid steers, excavators, and more. All machines field-tested, shop-inspected, and serviced to exceed expectations. Online at vogeltractors.com or give us a call, 830-644-1400.
American Muffler and Brake is trusted by folks throughout Fredericksburg and the Texas Hill Country for general vehicle repair, muffler and brake repair, shocks and struts, alignments, air conditioning, tune-ups, starters, alternators, all general repair on vehicles. Heath Bratcher and his staff are dedicated, honest, and dependable. American Muffler and Brake, 1230 Highway 16 South in Fredericksburg. Call 830-990-8757. For a family-operated, community-focused business that supports all men and women in the United States military and first responders, think Toch Well Service. For all your well repairs and service after drilling, think Toch Well Service. For water pump installation in windmill, solar pump, jet, submersible pump, and pressure tank service, think Toch Well Service. They've been serving Fredericksburg and the Texas Hill Country since 2002. Call 830-997-2413. License number 4502-KLP.
Friendship Insurance is Fredericksburg's hometown agency for all your auto, property, and business insurance. Committed to our customers and community, Friendship Insurance represents a number of different carriers to provide great coverage at a competitive price. Give us a call at 830-997-6820 or visit us online at friendship-insurance.com. Friendship Insurance, stepping out to serve you.
And we are back, Wilder at West End Pizza Company, 207 East San Antonio Street in Fredericksburg. To get your pizza or whatever you want to order delivered, you can do that online, westendpizzacompany.com. J.D. Rose alongside the head coach of the Fredericksburg Battlin' Billy football team, Coach Bill Wilder. Here we are, another District game has come and gone. Unfortunately, the Billies fall short in this one against Uvalde, 24-20. I guess you could put this in the heartbreak game category. It was a heartbreaker. It was a tale of two halves and a trick play.
Yeah.
Right? Because the first half, you made some great defensive adjustments, by the way, in the second half. Because in the first half, I believe they had around 100 on the ground.
Yep.
And then I guess prior to the hook and ladder play, you held them down to about 11 yards or so before that big play, I believe.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that area. But great adjustment defensively. Y'all make a comeback. You take the lead. And then the old hook and ladder.
Yeah, my old head coach, he's an Odessa Permian guy back in the 70s, and his big saying was always, one day you're drinking the wine, and the next day you're picking the grapes. And,
well, that's a good way to put it.
Last week it was the wine, and then this week we're back to picking grapes again. And, it's a tough one to swallow because I felt like we beat ourselves. Not taking nothing away from Uvalde. I thought they played a great game. But I felt like watching the film and just the course of the game that we beat ourselves.
Because I think you outscored them on the ground and you outscored them in the air.
But we gave them
not outscored. I'm sorry. That's the problem with the scoring. You outgained them in the air and on the ground.
We gave them opportunities to stay in the game. We got a 3 and out, and then we turned the ball back over on special teams, and then we, a little bit later on special teams again, we had a miscommunication and fired a perfect snap. A perfect snap, but you don't have a punter that's ready for it because he's trying to get protection over, and you get a miscue. And so it's like you play really, really, really great football. Everybody's executing, firing on all cylinders, and you make the slightest mistake, and it comes up and bites you. Both of those situations ended up in them having scores. Later on in the game, we ran a blitz. We had a blitz called. And, again, there's a lot of moving parts out there, and there was a miscommunication, and somebody didn't run the blitz, and then somebody didn't cover the back, and here you go. It was a touchdown. When you draw it up on the board, it all works. But when you're out there in the middle of the game and everybody's, it's kind of chaotic and there's lots of moving parts and you make one small error, and if they catch you in that one small error, well, it blows up in your face. And that's why I was really, really, really frustrated. I thought our kids played hard. I thought in the beginning of the game, Uvalde was out physical. They were being more physical than us.
They were physical.
And I didn't. That was. That's one of those things that's just you got to step up and be physical. And defensively, we were allowing them to hammer us, and they were moving the ball, just running straight at us, and an easily fixable thing that shouldn't have been broken in the first place. So all that to say, I don't have any excuses. We made mistakes that allowed them to stay in the game and that kept us from capitalizing on some pretty key moments, and they were able to capitalize. We had repped the hook and lateral. They ran it on us last year, and we had repped it in practice. And it's one of those trick plays. Those never work until they do, and then it works.
Right, exactly.
That never works. And it worked like a charm for them, and it kept them, it gave them that advantage, and holy cow. And we got guys there to make the play. We just got to make plays. So we got to get better at doing those things all the time, and consistency. There's no substitute for physicality, communication, consistency, because those things allow you to execute.
And I guess practice-wise, you just get back to the fundamentals of the game, right?
You go right back to it. That's what we said last week. We go right back to fundamentals,
Yeah.
We go right back to doing the things that give you that opportunity, and, just work on you getting better. You got to let that go. That one's flushed.
All right. Well, let's take a look at a few plays.
Yeah.
And then we're going to flush this one like we. Yeah. And then we'll move on. But let's take a look at some of the highlights of the game. There was a lot of good plays. So we got a little pass right here out in the flats. That's Noah Tatum. He had a really good game. Did some great things. Nice catch right there. Picks up some yards after the catch. I'm just kind of going in order of these plays. Okay.
Now we're over on defense. Let's see, this was actually the pass. We knew that they were going to test our corner over here on the left side, try to get vertical with number 4. That's Chris Neary in coverage. You know, he does a great job right here. Gets a little bit out of phase, but makes a great adjustment. And comes back, breaks the ball up. You know, that would have been a huge play for him. Here we are on offense again. You got Immel rolling out. Okay, we're going to run a little screen back to our left. That's going to be Herber catching that ball on the screen. It's third. And third down.
Boy, that was set up beautifully.
Yeah, I think it's about 3rd and 8 right there, so we needed a nice play, and definitely worked out.
Good, solid execution right there.
Yeah, and you can see, you know, these guys up front, 1,001, they count. 1,001, 1,002, and they better be releasing, baby. So, you know, you got guys locked on, people out there in space making that play happen.
And I guess there's an automatic clock in Immel's head, too, to get that ball out.
Yep. In practice, they literally count it. And if they don't count it, then they're doing up downs. You better be counting. Let's see. Here we go. If it worked once, let's see if it works twice. Again, same concept going back, running that throwback screen. And that's Herber again. He's going to get in the end zone on this one.
You bet. In for the 6.
Let's see here. There's some defensive highlights. You know, these guys are trying to run the ball. And like I said, early on in the game, you know, that first series, we just weren't physical. We weren't being as physical as we needed to be right then. And you know, that's just something that you got to dig down and get some grit and get after it. And once they did, it wasn't an issue anymore. But you got to do it. They're trying to run a little midline right here.
I was going to say, Uvalde's got some big old boys on that offensive line.
Yes, they did. They don't block this tackle, and he squeezes down on the dive, and the quarterback's trying to pull it, and Parker Fauché just shoves him as hard as he can because he gets tripped up, knocks the quarterback down. So they were trying to run a little midline on us. This was a huge play in the game. The other week against Memorial, they did this to us, and these guys kind of saw an opportunity and they tried it again. This was such a big-time heads-up play that could have, again, special teams play. We've been really good in special teams. I'm going to go from this way. It's a little easier to see. So we've been good in special teams all year. In the last 2 weeks, we've kind of stumbled a little bit. And he's just kind of dribbling that kick and then chasing it. It's got to go 10 yards. And this is Domingo Jr. Viveros comes sliding in and steals that ball away from him. So that could have been a big play and turned the ball over right in the middle of the field. That was a huge heads-up play.
Huge.
So they were just getting in this set. This was coming down early. You know, they got all their linemen right here. They're going to take number 5. I bet you he weighs 230, 240 pounds, and he's just going to hammer up in there. You know, he's going to fake a little toss. That's the quarterback coming around. He's going to get in behind these two guys. He's got a little bit of a crease and tries to pop it outside. And Yair Hernandez comes up, makes a play.
Nice.
Tackle for a loss. And then that's Quay coming in and finishing it off. So great job by those guys right there.
Man, if the guys would have been that physical starting the game, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, that's why this game was a frustrating one because, you know, we beat ourselves. And those are tough things when you do that. Going to get a great run right here. Let's see, Luke Harkle-Rhodes going to take the ball. Get a good kick. All right, our guard pulling around. Nixon's going to kick out. Herbert's going to lead up in there. Hark's going to make a nice cut right here. Bounce it off. He's trying to sniff that end zone. Good job by him. He was down. They thought they got the turnover, but he was down, and they ended up not getting it. That's what that little celebration was. Again, trying to get the ball to number 5. Our guys are adjusting, you know, just making simple adjustments, trying to give them some leverage. You got Bowers coming up, setting the edge, forcing, and the free safety. This is Colton Wolf is fitting the run. He comes up, he's making a play, tackle, -1 right there, so he gets tackled for a loss.
Yeah.
They try booting out right here. So the quarterback's going to boot out. He's looking, you know, this is a coverage sack. So, you know, this guy might have a little bit of a hold going on right there on Tristan King. But Kudins is coming off the edge from the Mike linebacker position. There's nowhere for him to throw it, and he puts pressure on the guy. We had great coverage, nowhere to throw it, and he throws it away.
Secondary did a great job there.
Here they try a little toss pass. Again, quarterback's coming around. He's going to flip it to him. And then you got pressure coming from Bowers off the edge. You got great coverage out here by Chris Neary. He sees it, breaks on the ball, reaches over. You know, this to me, like I say every week, I mean, this is what we call rake and rattle. So he's going to rattle this guy. He's got him wrapped up with this arm, and he's reaching across with the other arm, trying to break up the pass. So it's just good technique, great job by him. Good pressure by Bowers. All right, back on offense. Like we said, it worked once. Let's do it again. Worked last week. Let's come back to it. There's Noah Tatum. There's a pass from Herbert to Noah for a touchdown right there. Nice job.
Good pass.
Good pass.
That was perfect.
Look at our guys up front.
Nice route from the receiver. And yeah.
They're doing a great job protecting right here, giving us a little bit of time. One guy came off the edge. That's great poise by Herbert, knowing he's going to take a shot and throwing the ball anyways and putting it where it needs to be. Let's see here. So we're getting, this is what okay, so we get a down block. So this guy's going to block down right here. So defensive end, Parker Fauché, his job is to spill the pullers. So they're going to pull, and he's got to come right here, and we want to spill these guys and make this thing bubble over. Okay, so that's the technique that he's trying to work on. And so here they come. He delivers a blow right here. Now, normally, I'll say, normally what we would want him to do is have his head underneath this guy's hip so that this second puller can't turn up in there. So he doesn't get a complete, really great spill, but he's really physical. And, very few things are always perfect. But he stuffs the block and ends up making a tackle for a loss at the same time.
Bam!
And that's a sophomore. So it's always good to see those guys making plays.
Absolutely.
Offense here. Harkero's going to make a great cut. A guy kind of pops the bubble right there. He sticks a foot, comes back around, makes a cut, makes another cut, bounces it outside, picks up about 12 yards in a hurry. That's just athlete making a busted play. You can see it from right here. Pause it. You can see that linebacker slips through, but he cuts off. We get a great block right here by Aiken. He's blocking down, washing his guy. Herbert's got his guy kicked out. We make a great cutback. Okay? And then he gets one more nice cut. So that's a good job by Harkleroad. Good blocking up front. Come back. Now we're doing a little slip screen. We've done a couple of throwbacks. Now we're going to do a little slip screen out here. So about 3rd and 11. We need a big play again. Good job by Herbert. Good job by Emmel delivering it. Nice job. It's just all execution. And you can see, as you watch a play, there's about a million times where it can break down. There's lots of ways where it can break down. If they execute, it looks really easy. And that's why, execution, execution, execution. There's no substitute. Be consistent. Drop back pass right here. Cheneth is going to be out in coverage out on this single receiver. He runs a little, he's kind of giving him a little corner look right there. He stays at leverage. Over the top, he's got him stacked pretty good. He's going to see the ball coming, going to come up. Reach through, make a good play, knock the ball away.
Sweet.
And, we got good coverage down the field everywhere else, too, so that's another pass breakup. Good job by Cheneth.
Great defensive play right there, absolutely. Awesome.
Let's see. Incomplete pass, good. Another one by Chris Neary. Now, this one's a heartbreaker, actually. I know it broke my heart, broke his heart. He's got a chance right there. He came off looking at his hands. That's Yair getting up trying to tap it away. And then Chris is right there, undercuts him, and if we get that ball, if ifs and buts are cherries and nuts, we all have a happy Christmas. So, All right, a couple more plays. Let's see. Got a dot on the screen. That'll make it stop. It's a good job by here. Emmel sees the pull. He's going to pull the ball right here. He sees that defensive end, number 8, crashing. He pulls. You know, he's going to take about, and he got some good, look at his teammates out there blocking. You got a guy blocking out here. I believe that's Noah blocking. You got Santi Villa blocking. You got Herber blocking. So you got some guys blocking for him out there in space. And he's going to pick up some positive yards right there and get us 12 yards. Yeah.
First down.
Good job by him. And then we're back to the start. So there's some other plays in there, but dadgummit.
Just fell a little short.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a great game.
We've had a lot of great games that have been really entertaining for people. We've come from behind in those, first 2 games. We come from behind, and
you
then
come from behind in this one, or get back in it. It was like 20-17 at one point.
Well, at one, what was it? It was 17-7 at halftime.
Right.
And wasn't real happy at that point. We'd shot ourselves in the foot multiple times, and we came out and started playing. So it's tough, but it is what it is. That's why you play the game.
And now we move on.
Last week it worked out the other way.
That's right. That's why you play the game.
Yes,
right?
sir. That's right.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk about Kennedy. Got 2 more district games.
Yes,
got this Friday on the road, and then the 3rd of November. That's next
2nd of November is the last game.
The last game
Yes,
against
sir.
Bernie, and then getting ready for the
playoffs.
So it's too early to distinguish what's happening, and as we go into the break.
Everybody's already.
Where are we at right now? If the playoffs happen today, or
we're basically locked in. We need to definitely win one more game. Period. To be absolute, like there's no possible way at that point in time. And then there's a good chance it's going to come down to points. If Somerset were to beat Uvalde beat us, and we beat Somerset. So the way our district works is we do plus and minus points for 3-way ties. And that's all depending also, I'm just saying, just talking about us 3. We may slip out. Hopefully we're going to slip out and beat Bernie too. So that would change the whole scenario. But right now you talk about it. They haven't played each other. So if Somerset beats them and then we're in that 3-way tie, then it's just points, positive points, negative points. And then if we slip out, like I said, and beat Bernie, then the whole picture changes.
You just got to go out there and win.
Just win ball games.
Just win, baby.
One game. All I care about is this week right now.
That's right. That's all right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk about the upcoming game this Friday on the road against Kennedy. We'll be right back.
Hey, Billy fans, check out this lineup. Pizza, appetizers, pasta, salad, sandwiches, and full pie.
Vogel Tractors, specializing in low-hour, high-quality ag equipment. Area farmers and recreational landowners put their confidence in Van and Jamie, knowing their tractors, loaders, and farm implements will exceed expectations. All equipment is well-serviced and field-tested, and if new is what you need, Vogel Tractors is your Rhino Ag equipment dealer in the Hill Country. Warranties, financing, and delivery is available locally or nationwide. Vogel Tractors, located on Highway 290 between Fredericksburg and Stonewall.
American Muffler and Brake is trusted by folks throughout Fredericksburg and the Texas Hill Country for general vehicle repair, muffler and brake repair, shocks and struts, alignments, air conditioning, tune-ups, starters, alternators, all general repair on vehicles. Heath Bratcher and his staff are dedicated, honest, and dependable. American Muffler and Brake, 1230 Highway 16 South in Fredericksburg. Call 830-990-8757. For a family-operated, community-focused business that supports all men and women in the United States military and first responders, think Toch Well Service. For all your well repairs and service after drilling, think Toch Well Service. for water pump installation, in windmill, solar pump, jet, submersible pump, and pressure tank service, think Touchwell Service. They've been serving Fredericksburg and the Texas Hill Country since 2002. Call 830-997-2413. License number 4502-KLP.
Friendship Insurance is Fredericksburg's hometown agency for all your auto, property, and business insurance. Committed to our customers and community, Friendship Insurance represents a number of different carriers to provide great coverage at a competitive price. Give us a call at 830-997-6820 or visit us online at friendship-insurance.com. Friendship Insurance, stepping out to serve you.
All right, we are back wild here at West End, and we just hit just over 3,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel.
That's good. That's
How about
awesome,
that?
man.
Just got the news. So you can like, subscribe, and get notified whenever there's a game. You'll hear the little ding. But yeah, get on there and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Billies.Live. That's awesome. That's good news. All right, let's talk about the Billy Players of the Week. Who we got this week, Coach?
Players of the Week. At the freshman level, he did a great job on offense and defense, was Jacob Bustillos. The young man on JV that, again, offense and defense, he had some great catches, did an outstanding job defensively, came up and was physical, with Sebastian Bach. Scout Team Player of the Week, did a great job for us, giving us a look. Running their offense against us was Jaron Quay. And then offensively, varsity offense, Noah Tatum had a touchdown. He had several, clutch catches and did a great job. So we were pretty excited about Noah. Again, another sophomore. And then defensively, Parker Fauché, he had a couple of tackles for a loss, had a sack, had a couple of pressures. So Parker Fauché, as playing defensive end, got it. And then special teams, Charles Ryan did a great job kicking the ball, kicked us a field goal, kept us in the hunt. And then Junior Villa, Domingo, he's the guy that came up and covered that ball up that would have, that was a super heads-up play. And so we had two guys that were our special teams player of the week this week.
All right, let's hear it for the Billy Players of the Week from the Uvalde game. Mama wants to know. This is my favorite segment here. And if somebody in the audience knows the answer, we'll give you one of these Billies.Live window transfers. Yeah, you actually just transfer. Yeah, you can't see. I know I did that last week, held it up. But yeah, it transfers right to your back window, sharp looking. Very nice. We'll give you one of these if somebody in the audience can answer it. What does Mama want to know this week?
Well, she was asking about onside kick, because I mentioned that the onside kick almost got it because it had hurt us the other day. So I'll just, right here on the screen, I think Paige was going to pull it up.
Okay.
Typically, when people do an onside kick, they'll kind of cheat their personnel over, and they'll put a bunch of guys, you got to have at least, they'll put 6 of them over here. That's too many dots, I know, but I can't count. And they got to leave 4 dots over here. So they'll have 4 over here, and their kicker's going to look. And that ball's got to travel. This is a restraining line, okay? So 10 yards. So that ball's got to travel. So typically, when someone does an onside kick, they're going to kick the top of the ball really hard. It's going to bounce, go end over end, and then it's going to get a big bounce. And they're going to try to get it really high. And these guys that are down here on my dots, they're going to come up, and they're going to try to recover the ball. They're going to try to get the ball themselves, knock you off. So some people
and the ball has to travel 10 yards.
It's got to travel 10 for them to get it.
Right.
All right. And so this restraining line, the 50, is important. But so it kind of snuck up on us the other day. Memorial kind of dribbled one. That's another way they can do a surprise. Some people do it from a huddle. They'll stay in their huddle right here, and they'll keep all their guys, and that's like a covey of quail. And the kicker will run up, and they'll just bum rush. Everybody will come flying up at one spot, take all your guys out, and they'll try to recover it that way. Okay, that's one way. Well, they broke out, and we got this little hole in the middle. We play back just a little bit with our protection. We got a guy sitting back here, but they were going to try to take advantage of it. So this guy, let me flip to the other view real quick. So this isn't an onside, but it's an attempt. Well, it is actually an onside. It's just a different version of it. So you can see that ball. He's going to come up, kick it soccer style, top of his foot, See how he just kind of hooks it with his foot? He doesn't. He's going to come up, sink, hit. See how he's just touching the top of the ball. The ball's going to bounce. He's chasing his own ball. And you can see right here, this guy listened when we were talking special teams that week because he comes flying up, dives in on the ball, and recovers it. And that got him player of the week. It was a great job.
Yeah, it was great.
So that's an onside kick. That's an attempt by the kicking team to try to recover the ball. Once that ball travels 10 yards, it's a free ball. Or if the return team touches it, if they cross the restraining line and they touch the ball and don't recover it, then it's also a free ball. So you better get it.
Yeah, right. You better get it. Well, what does Mama want to know?
That was it.
Oh, that was it.
That
okay.
was it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were going to do a little trivia deal there, but that's all right.
I kind of blew that.
That's all right. We'll catch up on that one next time. No worries. It's we're good on that. Now we can move forward though and talk about San Antonio Kennedy coming up this Friday night. And so, what do they do offensively, Coach? What do they run offensively?
They're going to be spread most of the night. They're going to be in doubles. They're going to be in trips. They're going to be their gun. They're about 50-50 run pass, 57% run, 43% pass. To me, that's 50-50. You're basically balanced. So quarterback can throw the ball pretty well. Receivers get open. They're got athletic. They're big up front, but they haven't been consistent. I think they've had some injuries, so they've had to move quite a few guys around on their offensive line, which always works to your favor because offensive line needs continuity to kind of really develop their blocking. So hopefully we can take advantage of some of that. But that's what they do. They're going to be a spread team. They're going to run some jet sweep. They're going to get in empty, try to use their speed around the edges. They got a little quarterback run game where they're taking their running back, taking him, running him outside. They're going to pull a guard around, and that quarterback, he's going to read. And if our linebacker flows too fast, he's going to pull the ball and get in behind that guard and try to get up the field right there.
When does your scout team, what day of the week does your scout team come on and you start working on
Monday,
to simulate the other team?
Monday we come out and kind of a typical day is we're going to just sit in our base defense. We're going to go through formations. We're going to go through their top run plays. And then on Tuesdays we're going to go back through those base formations, but now we jumble them up instead of just saying, okay, this is this. Now it's all about recognition. So now we're jumbling everything up and as they might do it like a down and distance. And then we're adding in all of our blitzes and stunts and everything. And then when we get to Wednesday, so they start on Monday doing it. They do it on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday they're starting to get pretty good at it. And now it's just, we're going to go down and distance, field position, the whole 9 yards, just like it was a game type scenario. Trick plays. On Wednesdays, we try to throw everything that we can at them to see if they can recognize and communicate out there on the field under pressure.
All right. What about Kennedy's defense?
Defensively, they kind of bump in and out of a 3-3 stack and a odd front, which is, a 3-3 stack, you're going to look down, you're going to see 3 down linemen and 3 linebackers literally stacked behind them, and that'll give them a 5. They've got a 5 defensive back shell at that point. If they get into their odd front, they're going to roll down. They're still going to have 3 down guys, but they're going to have 4 linebackers, and they're going to have a 4-man shell. So they blitz off the edge. They'll bring their Mike backer some. Not a whole bunch of line games and stuff. They're going to play some man coverage, and they're going to play some zone coverage. So they're just going to mix up what they do. And like I said, put pressure on you and try to kind of their game is to hit you where you ain't. They're just trying to pop things on you that expose where you are. So they're going to blitz at all different situations. Doesn't really matter down a distance. They're just looking to exploit you somewhere.
Did you get the message out to the team this week to come out physical?
Yeah.
I just had a feeling you might.
Physicality, man. It's, in this time of year, everybody's banged up. Everybody's beat up. And everybody you're playing's beat up, too.
Yeah.
And
that's
so the
true.
kids, it takes a dadgum lot of fortitude and toughness to go out there every day when everything's hurting and to restart it back up again. And they do a great job.
And when these guys get to be my age, that's what they got to look forward to when they get out of bed.
I feel like I played a game every morning when I get up.
But anyway, well, good job. But wait, like you said, you just got to flush the Uvalde game. And you take care of Kennedy this week and then Bernie next week.
Yes, sir.
And
that's it.
We're going to be all right.
That's what you have to do. And, you got to learn from the things in the past, but you sure can't hang on to them.
That's right. That's right.
But we will be doing more trick plays and at practice this week.
There you go. Hint, hint.
We will be doing that. We'll be doing things that I've never even seen other people do, because just whatever it takes.
I love it. Coach Bill Wilder, thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to visit with us. I'm J.D. Rose. I want to thank our sponsors tonight for Wilder at West End, here at West End Pizza Company, 207 East San Antonio Street. One of our sponsors, of course, obviously. Also, Friendship Insurance, Vogel Tractors, American Muffler and Brake, and Toch Well Service, LLC. Thank you all very much. God bless you all. Y'all have a good one. Good night, everybody. We got two Texas teams tonight. One of them's going to the World Series. Either the Rangers. We got any Ranger fans? Got any Astro fans? All right, we'll see how it shapes up. Either way, we're going to have a Texas team in there.
Oh,
good throw.
That was a strike almost.